Blackwell Fields is one of the most frustrating maps in Battlefield 6. It's packed with vehicles, aircraft, and snipers, poor visibility, fire everywhere. Surviving feels like you're fighting the map more than the enemy. In this video, I'm going to show you how I not only survive on Blackwell Field, but also how to contribute. General overview. Blackwell Fields is a somewhat open but narrow feeling map with very long rotation paths. There are 6 objectives rather than the usual 5. The layout feels more advantageous on the A-B side than the F side. It's basically just 3 to 5 rolling hills with very limited cover. Some of these hills are on fire, giving it almost Verdun Heights vibes from Battlefield 1, if only. Blackwell Fields rewards 2 things: vehicle objective chaining, capture and fly to the next objective or retreat and reappear, and 2, playing as recon or engineer. Engineer is pretty much a requirement. You need to be able to defend yourself against tanks and armored vehicles. Recon's drone is amazing on this map. Use it to hunt other snipers or to light up an objective for your team. Lots of mines to detonate as well. Use the Mark II armored vehicle to erase the sniper's advantage. Bring a swarm of machine gun fire down upon them and cleanse the battlefield. The early game. In Blackwell Fields, there is no safe lane, but what is available to you is the Traverser Mark II armored vehicle. I cannot recommend this truck enough. It's an armored spawn beacon with 3 machine guns, smokes, and other gadgets. It's fast and it rolls over everything. Blitz the closest 3 objectives in the early game and keep an eye on your map. Figure out where the enemy is going to push first, see where their tanks are heading, and then go in the opposite direction. Make sure to move with your team. Don't fly ahead of them into the objective too quickly, because you have those 3 machine guns. Post up 30 to 50 meters away and let your gunners soften up the objective first, and then you move in. Use this to get behind enemy lines and let the chaos ensue. Defensive positions. The Guardian tactic is very difficult on this map. The role of the Guardian is primarily played by the large amount of snipers and vehicles, tanks and IFVs taking overwatch positions against objectives. This is where Blackwell Fields really shines. It's time to get your repair tool out and support the vehicle players. This symbiotic relationship between the tankers and the mechanics is the key to victory. It is not enough to spray bullets here. You must assist in either the removal of the enemy armor or the elimination of the enemy snipers. And at the same time, you need to be repairing your team's vehicles. If you can take out the enemy armor, you can take the objective. At A, there are numerous places to hide, and this is very close to HQ on the A side. If you have the A side HQ, you have a slight advantage in my opinion. The HQ closest to B should never lose this position. There is a steady supply of vehicles that will make capturing that objective extremely difficult for the enemy coming from the F side of the map. At C, the only defensible position is the hill that is right behind C. Vehicles will reduce anyone who sits in C to rubble, so definitely don't do that. Capture it and get out of there. At D, the hills behind D are filled with snipers. If you can take them out, there are a lot of good places to get angles on the D objective and people coming and going. At E, there is a lot of cover here. There is an indestructible shipping container also at every objective, but these are a trap most of the time and just lead to easy kills for your enemy. If the other team is good, you will struggle to get this objective at E. They have just such easier access to it right across that open field. They can just get right in there and take it back. At F, there are actually a lot of places to hide beacons at F, and it's pretty tough to search without a drone. So F is actually very vulnerable to attack, and I think this is one of the reasons why the EF side is actually a little bit worse, because they really only have one guaranteed objective in my opinion, which is E, and F can sometimes be tough to take back. Next we have the map breaker, the beacon control, and in my opinion, beacons are just much less effective on this map. They're good for counterattacks, of course, but there are so many vehicles that you should have no problem spawning or repositioning as long as you're fighting with your squad. If you're solo, then the spawn beacons become very helpful, but you lose out on being able to repair vehicles or destroy vehicles at all. That, in my opinion, is just not worth the trade-off. The engineer just has way more threat potential. There are so many recon players that a drone will find your beacon before long, it's guaranteed. For this map, it's much better to be the anti-beacon player. Recon drones and C4 are just much more useful than beacons and ladders here. When it comes to high ground, the high ground on Blackwell Fields is really just the hills around the outer lanes. That's pretty much it. That said, a player that knows how to angle the hill can do serious damage. Just make sure that there is no enemy at your back. Every enemy you take out will soon be hunting those hills for revenge. Only stick around if you're ready for the smoke. Okay, quick breakdown of a run where I messed up. Watch what I do wrong here. So one, I am panicking right here. I even take shots at my own team. Then my team's armored truck is retreating, yet I am still advancing for some reason. I'm obviously not thinking here because I basically served myself up to the enemy on a silver platter. By the time I realize my mistake, it's far too late. This is the loop that will repeat if you don't start playing the game with intention. If you run off half-cocked without a plan or a reason behind your actions, the result will always be the same: losing. Now let's take a look at a life where I actually contributed. I know there is a tank, and I've already placed mines on the road, so hiding in this truck seemed like a good spot, but definitely a gamble. The area was too hot to reveal myself with the tanks, and they took out 2 to 3 of my mines at this point, so I was a little scared. The truck bed door gets blown off, so I might as well start attacking, and the visibility is really bad here, so that actually helped me out. Out of a complete stroke of luck, the armored truck hits my last mine, and the tank has no idea where I am. The first guy has no chance, my angle is just perfect on him, and then the second guy was just unlucky, running right in front of me, and the third guy was completely oblivious to me or his late friends. I could just have easily here been spotted by the tank or the armored vehicle and been deleted before doing anything, but Battlefield often comes down to capitalizing on opportunities just like this. Here, I remained calm and didn't reveal myself until the perfect moment. The enemy was caught completely off guard, and just so happened that luck was on my side. Okay, bonus tip for you guys. This one's kind of obvious if you've been watching the gameplay, but the thermal is broken. The visibility on this map is terrible, that's for sure. There is so much fire, smoke, and sun glare that you might even have caught yourself shooting at ghosts. I'm telling you, if you're tired of losing on this map, grind out a thermal for your favorite gun, something with decent range. The thermal allows for the same vision as the recon drone, just focused on the top of your rifle. It will level up your vision and awareness, allowing you to see those players tucking themselves into the cracks and crevices or bobbing up over the ridge. It neutralizes the advantage of snipers because you can see them before they can get an angle on you. And it makes those longer range shots much easier since you can see them so much better. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you in the next one.